Siphinde sinamkele nisahleli nathi apha SABC Kids News. Linyuka ngesantya esiqhalabisayo inani labantwana abaselula abaye bakhulelwe kweli loMzantsi Afrika. Kuqikelelwa ukuba bebonke bangamawaka ngama-97 abantwana bangamantombazana abaneminyaka esuka kwi-10 ukuya kweli-19 abaye bakhulelwe kwisithuba sonyaka ka-2020 ukuya ku-2022. Elinani lothusayo lidizwe nguMama Angie Mutsecha ebelamente kutshanje ephendula ke kumbuzo kaDesire van der Walt we-DA ebutsheni benyanga ephelileyo. Intatheli yethu uVuyokazi Kafile usenzele le ngxelo ibanzi.
Lithe qolo inani labantwana baselula bayebakhulelwa kwiminyaka yamva nje. Iinkcukacha amanani zibonisa ukuba bangumnyinge wamawaka ngama-90 amantombazana neminyaka eqala kwi-10 ukuya kwi-19 bayebakhulelwe eMzantsi Afrika kulo nyaka uphelileyo. Elinani lishiya ubambo ngezantsi ke mbukeli lidizwe ngumphathiswa wemfundo esiseko uMama Angie Mutsecha mva nje epalamente. Iingxelo zesebe lezempilo zidize ukuba kumantombazana belekileyo abangamawaka amathathu kubo aneminyaka eli-10 ukuya kwi-14. Yiba nomfanekiso ngqondweni ke mbukeli xa umntwana oneminyaka nje eli-10 evuka ngonyezi elungiselela ukuya esikolweni ekwasokoliswa nalusana. Eyona nto ithunuka isilonda kukuba abanye babo kusenokwenzeka ukuba bangamaxhoba okudlwengulwa. Kwiinkcukacha ezivela kwisebe lezempilo zolutsho olukhulelweyo liqenkqeza phambili iphondo laKwaZulu-Natal ngomnyinge wama-24 amawaka anama-203. Lithe nca ezithendeni iphondo laseRhawutini ngomnyinge we-13 lamawaka anama-814 labantwana bakhulelweyo. Empuma Koloni bali-12 lamawaka anama-582. Iphondo laseLimpopo bali-11 lamawaka anama-287. Impumalanga bangamawaka 8,804. Intshona Koloni irikhode ukukhulelwa kwabantwana basebatsha abangamawaka 6,543. Emntla Ntshona bangamawaka 5,635. Ukanti eFreystata bangamawaka 4,444. Kuqwele iphondo laseMntla Koloni bangamawaka 2,262. Uyawukhumbula ke mbukeli ukuba ubudala bemvume yokwabelana ngesondo eMzantsi Afrika li-16, nto leyo eyenza ukuba nasiphi na isenzo sokwabelana ngesondo nomntu ongaphantsi kwele minyaka sisenzo solwaphulo-mthetho.
Umbuzo ke oshiyekayo ngokuba ingaba ingxaki iphi na. Ukuhlalutya lo mba ke sinoBetha Maringi ophuma kumbutho ongenzi izuzo i-Rays of Hope kunye noBasetsana Mayifala owakhulelwa esemncinci. Good morning guys and welcome to Kids News.
Good morning.
Let me start with you, Betha. I mean, you work for an organization, Rays of Hope. Tell us briefly what you guys do there and also what's your reaction to this shocking stats revealed by Mama Angie.
Thank you so much. Rays of Hope has been operating in Alexandra for the past 31 years. And our main focus is, moving and helping people move from dependence to independence. Our main focus areas is the vulnerable children and families, education and career building. So we actually just are in the community on the ground, working and partnering with the community to move them from dependence to independence. And as you ask, what was my reaction or Rays of Hope's reaction to the shocking stats? And we just sat down and we thought, who is supporting these young women? Who is there for these young women? Because they find themselves in this pit of what many can call a pit of no return. But is it really a pit of no return? So we decided to offer various support structures to these pregnant teenagers and teen moms so that they can go back to school, they can finish school, and we want to break the cycle of teenage pregnancy.
Basetsana mandize kuwe. So you are a teen mom?
Yes.
Uye waqala wanjani nje iqale phi yonke lento?
Okay, I was doing grade 10. Then the time I got pregnant, I didn't know I was pregnant until when about lunchtime, I was sitting in my classroom. I just put my book on top of my tummy. Then I just relaxed. So I saw something kicking and I was like, what's going on?
Sure.
Then tomorrow morning I bought a pregnancy test. I went to the toilet with my friend. Then I tested. It came with 2 lines. Then I was surprised, like, how?
Kanjani?
Okay, fine. Then I ignored it. So, like, I was in denial that I was pregnant. I just, like, big happy. Then
And were you receiving support from ekhaya?
yes. So after my mom found out, she told me that she will support me. So
Waqala nawe wayamkela.
no, before ke amogela, I just sat down and think, gore, what's going to happen to my future? What if I don't raise this child well? What if, like, there were so many what ifs in my head?
All these mixed
So,
emotions.
yes.
And Bertha, the question is what's going to happen in the future, So, I mean, as someone who works closely with teen moms, what would you say is the cause of teenage pregnancy?
So the causes of teenage pregnancy really are multifaceted, and we look at poverty, we look at uninvolved parents, we look at peer pressure, drug, alcohol abuse, ignorance, no knowledge of contraceptives or no knowledge of the consequences of unprotected sex. And one of the biggest causes has been especially just, gender-based violence. Young girls being violated by older men. And, at times it's not even just the violating, it's being coerced into relationships with older men in exchange for favors, in exchange for money, in exchange maybe for putting food on the table at home. So it's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yes.
And umntana khona ngaphi ngoku?
2 years.
So what are some of the challenges, othe wahlangabezana nazo when you were raising your 2-year-old?
So I had to sacrifice between my child and my schoolwork. So I had to do them both because I can't abandon both of them. They are too important to my life. So sometimes my mom would help me, and sometimes I would wake up around 3 a.m. to study when she was sleeping, then again wake up again around 4 a.m. to get ready, to prepare for my schoolwork, to prepare my school things, and also get ready to prepare her to go to crèche. So I had to balance. I'm fighting to balance both of them.
And Sis Bertha, khona abantu ababukeleyo now, who are finding themselves, in this situation. And as an organization, you are fighting for ukuthi baphile impilo engcono. What would you say to them at home, and what kind of support abayidingayo at the moment?
Emotional support. Because when a child finds themselves as a parent, there's a roller coaster of emotions that go through them. Depression, postpartum depression, anxiety, stress. They can't focus even at school. They are not able to look after these children. So non-judgmental, yes, they've made a mistake. But as a community, as families, as parents, we need to step back and look. How, as a parent, how am I responsible where my child find themselves?
Ukuqukumbela nje just 30 seconds, ukhuthaze emakhaya, so that nabo bangafoli kulento ubukuyo.
So now my advice to young girls is that you have to make your own choices, because at the end of the day, there are consequences and you're going to face them alone. So you have to be your own you and make up your own decisions so that you can face your consequences alone and not bad consequences. They have to be good consequences.
Thank you so much, for joining us, guys. We really hope that, our viewers have learned so much, and now ufundile kwesisenzo senzileyo, you empower other young girls not to fall trap for a teenage pregnancy.
Yes.
Enkosi kakhulu.